turn their hearts. Welcome to Short Points. We're doing a thematic study on the book of Deuteronomy, and after looking at some big topics like law and grace, the choices that we make, the appeal to choose life, this week we look at repentance.
And by my opinion, repentance is primarily a function of the heart, not of the mind. Think about it. Would you agree? It makes it that much harder because it is so easy to change our minds when it comes to some opinion or knowledge. But how difficult it is to change our hearts, to repurpose our goals and our dreams.
I see your point that you are making, but I can't agree completely. I don't think that we can really separate mind and heart, especially when we can't define heart here very well. But repentance does include a deep realization for our sinfulness and insufficiency, an acknowledgement, being sorry for it, asking God for help and forgiveness, and it results in a change. But let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Repentance is really big and important because it's an exercise of our will, of our free will.
Yeah. Have you ever imagined our God as one who has a dream? We think only of humans can dream. But here's Deuteronomy 5:28-29. God says, I have heard the voice of the words of these people which they have spoken to you, Moses. And he says, oh, I wish that they had such a heart in them that they would fear me and always keep my commandments. It is strange, but we all become dreamers when we lose control of what the outcome could be. Don't we dream of healthy and happy kids? Don't we dream of peace on earth? In the same manner, God does not have control over our will, but wishes we choose for him. He's respectful of my personal choice, even when he knows that I will betray him. I alone can only choose to fear God and keep his commandments or not. And this, by the way, is the first step on my way to repentance, choosing God.
So, to Israel getting ready to enter the promised land, God has a very important message. He knows that they will have choices to make. He knows that unfortunately they will make some very bad choices, even though He warns them what to avoid and what to do. He knows how bad they will go. And in the same time, He pleads to them and wants that they remember that if they realize that they got on a wrong path, they should cry for help.
Mhm. And I'm thinking, after all, repentance is our process, our journey back to God. This is what it is. We left God, we have distanced ourselves from him. Now we want to return back to him. If we do only the part of being sorry for what we did, just doesn't cut it. God's grace works really when our hearts desire God back into our lives, when our hearts reject the evil and the sin. It's a change of heart and soul. And Deuteronomy is an open book of human nature. How we walk with God, then we turn away from God. And although God warned us that it's going to happen, we do it anyway. However, no matter what we did, how bad it was, Deuteronomy tells us, like the gospel, that we can always return back and walk with God again. Then God says, he will prosper you and multiply you more than your fathers, even.
You said that being sorry will not cut it, and it's true. But it's also a very important element. We need to really be sorry. Not just the polite version, but this deep realization and regret. Only then we can honestly look for help, ask for help, and accept change and experience conversion.
Yeah. Okay, so in my mind, if repentance was first a choice for God and second, returning back to God, then being converted would mean that I have taken my stand for Him already. And my stand is for God. And my choosing is to always return to my God when I have failed to be loyal. And this will happen more than once. I know it. And God knows it. But I know the way back, don't I?
God knew that Israel will mess up badly. They were going to experience consequences for that, eventually get into exile. But He gave them a message to remember. But from there, you seek the Lord your God, and you find Him if you seek Him with all your heart and with all your soul. There is certainly a message for us in this as well. Next week, we will continue with the study. Remember, do not forget.